Hey everyone, it's Alicia Atout, and welcome back to another episode of Knotfest Heavy Conversations. Today's topics are super hot, so let's just dive right in. I'm psyched to be joined by my fellow hosts, Daniel Dekay, Staypuft and Cori Westbrook. How the hell are all of you?
Alive, surviving, you know?
Yes. Getting through.
How does it feel to be alive?
Ow! Yeah, we're halfway through the
Point,
week.
That's
a bonus, right?
Keeping on. Exactly.
Yeah.
We have to look at the positives in all of this. But like I said, we're going to get right into it today because Slipknot have announced details of a brand new record called The End So Far, which is set for worldwide release on September 30th. Alongside those news, though, they also dropped a new single entitled The Dying Song Time to Sing. The song came out Tuesday of this week. It's been a mere 24 hours and it's close to hitting 1.5 million views already. So how exciting is this for all of you? Let's start with Staypuft over there.
I think this is pretty exciting, right? I mean, anytime new Slipknot comes out, it's always a big thing. I mean, they're one of the biggest bands in metal right now for a reason, and they've been teasing us for what feels like the better part of 2 years with like stuff's going to be coming soon, stuff's going to be coming soon, stuff's going to be coming soon, and now they're making everybody freak out with their record titled The End So Far, and everyone's, oh no, what's going to happen? But I think it's really cool. Like, I'll be honest with the clean part, like the vocal line of the track started off, I was like, oh no, where are we going to be going from here? But then it like kicked into that, you know, the volume 3, the Iowa style, just like Slipknot riffing that we're all used to. And I thought it was a pretty killer song.
Yeah, I totally would agree. And honestly, I think all of us, we all probably grew up listening to Slipknot. So, I mean, like Staypuft said, it's always exciting when we get more Slipknot because it's just like, you know what, these are our roots. This is where we all like kind of probably got a little bit of our start at least when it comes to transitioning into even heavier music. And when, as Staypuft pointed out, when it finally hits that aggressive moment after the clean opening, my first thought was, this is going to be fucking fun live. Like, I cannot wait to be in that pit, and I'm a little salty. This song was not released when I was at their show a few weeks ago. And also,
I'll let you know how it is.
Oh, yeah, definitely. But also, no offense to Cori, but Clown steals the show in that video. He is just having so much fun. Like,
the video is so fun to watch.
He is just having a blast, and I want to just like hang out with the guy and just dance around.
Where can I get one of those Slipknot disco balls is what I really want to know.
Right?
That's the true question.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
There's a spot for one right over there with the bookcase. Yeah.
What John said is a really good point. I interviewed Jay really recently, and he was talking about how, you know, be ready for this record. All I can say is it's different. There's like a lot of experimentation. Things are going to be different. So when the song kicked, I'm like, all right, are they giving us a taste of that different? And no, man, that is like pure Iowa riff worship. It's exactly what we need from the band. I bet they're keeping those new secret ingredients for the full drop.
Well, even like right before, I guess it was like after the first verse and right before the first chorus, there's that like riff that's kind of like almost flirts with a little bit of post-metal. It's that kind of like arpeggiated chord before it goes in, a nice little like break. So like you do see that, and I mean, I remember like Cori, you were talking about you know, all of us growing up with Slipknot and stuff like that. I remember even, you know, I was in high school when Volume 3 dropped, and like when Duality, there were like acoustic songs on it. You know, my high school friends who were, you know, high schoolers just grow up to be internet comment people, right? They were just like, oh, they've gotten soft. There's acoustic songs. What the fuck is this? Where's all the rage? And you listen back to this, to Volume 3 now, and it's like, it's ridiculously heavy still. So like, DK, like, I agree with you, man. Like, whatever it is that they decide to do, you know, it's just like at this point we have to have our trust in them because they've been doing this shit for so long.
Dude, that riff, the second half of the verse right before that pre-chorus is insane. That riff you're talking about, and that's the only time it's in the song.
Yeah.
That riff is, yeah, that's a standout riff. That shit's awesome.
For me, I was so excited when I found out, okay, this is what is happening. They're about to drop a new track. Because for me, I love how much Slipknot remind me of almost listening to Wings or Zappa, where within one song, in that sense, you kind of get 4 little tracks because they're always changing it up with time changes, syncopation, the different melodies, the clean vocals, the heavy. So like all over the place, I'm thinking to myself, please be like that. And they delivered on every single thing I could have wanted in a tune from them. And that just made me so, so happy. I mean, we all expected it. We were all going to tout it it anyway, but like we're really putting love behind it because it's such a good tune.
Yeah, and you bring up an interesting point too, because when the song was over, I like, even though I looked at the track length before hitting play, I was like, well, that's like a 4.5-5 minute long song, right? It's like barely 3.5 minutes. They just put so many changes and different things in it that it feels like it takes you on a journey, right? So it's one of those times where the song does feel longer than it actually is, but in an absolutely like good way.
Okay, and how creepy is it that Sid's holding his own head? I couldn't get over that in the video. That shit is wild.
I watched it a couple of times because I felt like you were just discovering new things every time, whether it was just a funny little dance move, the way that the track went. It was so cool. I just thought the entire build up and packaging of this release so worth the wait.
Totally.
100%.
Now, definitely. Fans have, of course, been waiting for this for so long. So if you guys would like to check it out and find out more details on the upcoming record release, knotfest.com is your place to be. Now, each week on Heavy Conversations, we are going to end the show with the same 2 questions. So let's do this. The first one is going to be our favorite track of the week or favorite track you're currently spinning. So it doesn't necessarily have to be new. So Cori, let's start with you.
Oh boy, like why do y'all make me like try to pick one? That's just,
you can choose a couple. I'll be lenient for you too.
I don't like having to pick. I do like the new oh gosh, was it Betrayal from Russian Circles? I got to see those guys at Roadburn. Excellent work. Orthodox has a new track, Cave In, super awesome. And then yeah, I've been in kind of a mood lately, so Righteous Alliance from Conan. Like, I honestly love those guys so much, and it's not my usual pick, but I'm in a mood. I am in a bit of a mood.
Okay. Staypuft, your pick.
Yeah, so I'm gonna take the out that you gave me and pick 2 of them. The first one is Cori knows about this because we played it on Pulse of the Maggots this week. But I had no idea that Darren Miller from CKY went on to form another band a couple of years ago, and they came out with the band is called 96 Bitter Beings. For those of you that remember CKY from back in the day, I
didn't know that there was another project off of that one. Okay.
Yeah. So CKY is still carrying on, and 96 Bitter Beings is Darren and like a couple of other people, but the guitar tone sounds the same, the vocals sound the same, and like the first track that they come out with their album coming out in November, is like nostalgia just injected into my veins. Like, it's just like, give it to me, all of it. So I've been digging that track a lot just because of, Infiltrate, Destroy, Rebuild was an album that I spun countlessly as a teenager. But I'll give a shout out to another brand new band that came out called Terminal Sleep. They are from Australia. They have their debut song came out called Death Therapy. And it's like, if you're into the stuff that like bands like Dying Wish are doing right now, that kind of like hardcore inspired, just yelling rage, they're really, really cool. I wish I could have more to say about them, but they literally only have the one song. So I'll say Death Therapy by Terminal Sleep. Check it out, everybody.
Okay. Dee, how about you?
I like to try and bring singles to this segment, but it's been an album week for me. Totally really great records dropped last Friday. There's a new Mantar record. It's called Pain is Forever, and This is the End. This record is different than their past stuff. It's less noisy and more melodic. It's like post-blackened sludge and roll, if I had to get really nerdy about it. It's really awesome. Highly recommend checking that one out. Some really cool, like, Max Cavalera sounding vocals in there. And then for old school death metal worship, Inhuman Condition just put out a new record called Fear Sick. Their Florida death metal is fuck, featuring Terry Butler from Death and all your other favorite Florida death metal bands. 2 records that have been heavily rotated this week.
Okay. I love the takeaways I get every single time from this. I swear. I always go out afterwards and listen to them. I just, chef's kiss. For me, I love the Mars Volta so much. So when I found out that they're going to be dropping their first singles in a decade, I was hyped. They came out with Graveyard Love last week. It's a lot more electronic than I thought, because it's just swimming and synthesizer. But at the same time, it still holds those kind of spacey, atmospheric rock elements that their older tunes delivered and what made me fall in love with the band to begin with. So for me, I've been playing that nonstop. I cannot wait to hear through the entire thing. And I'm always going to throw a little throwback in there that I'm loving. So this one is just a shout out to Age of Reason by Black Sabbath, because I've been on a stupid Sabbath kick as of late. So there
As
you
you
have
should.
it. Right?
Yes.
We all should. But the last one we're going to talk about today is simply a tour or festival announcement that we are most excited for. So for me, Gwar just announced a tour with Light the Torch, that latest Light the Torch record. I spent a lot on Knotfest, and because of that, simply just came to love. So I think seeing those two together would be a lot of fun. And I've never actually gone to a Gwar show knowing a lot of the music. I kind of first went just for shits and giggles, because I was like, it's a great time, have fun. I was like, all right, cool. Then once I saw them the first time, I was like, damn, these tunes are like definitely worth checking out. I'm talking years ago. So now having that knowledge, loving the tunes, and knowing the show they put on, I cannot wait for that.
You're gonna have a blast.
That's gonna be I cannot fucking wait. But who would like to go next? How about we start with D this time?
There's a crazy tour that's just been announced. Napalm Death, Brujeria, Frozen Soul, Cryptic Slaughter, and MDC. It's like, it's good. It's a U.S. fall tour, and it's like literally some of my favorite 80s punk and crossover bands with some of my favorite modern death metal bands.
That's awesome.
And like grind legends, Napalm Death. It's a really cool mixed bill, something for everyone. Plus, Brujeria is like literally the most fun show every time, so check that one out.
Staypuft, how about you?
Well, DK mentioned Terry Butler not too long ago. Amon Amarth just announced that they're going to be going on tour with Carcass, Obituary, and Cattle Decapitation. That might be one of those shows that I have to drive or fly down to Atlanta for, because they're not coming anywhere close to here, and that looks like a night that can, like, not be missed. Just like, I mean, Cattle Decapitation and Carcass are the same night anyway, but then you throw in Obituary and Amon Amarth on there, just fucking, like, give me a break, everybody. That is the one that I'm looking forward to that was just announced.
If you do that in Atlanta, I'll meet you there. If I'm in town and you're going to Atlanta, I will meet you for that one. It's at a great venue.
Oh,
Fuck yeah, let's do it.
concert date. Amazing. You're making it happen here on Heavy Conversations, everyone. Cori, your pick.
Well, one, I'm just going to shout out I Hate God, because they just announced another leg of tour, and these guys are freaking relentless with their tour schedule, and I'm just shouting them out of sheer respect, because holy crap, you look at their tour schedule and it's like, do you dudes ever sleep? Like, holy shit, I don't know how they keep going, but you know what, I'm here for it. They put on a good show. I saw them with Gwar when they were in Portland last, and yeah, totally badass, and respect to that tour schedule. But the one I'm like really excited about, I probably actually won't even be able to attend, is the reason why I'm wearing this shirt today. This is a Casket Robbery shirt. This band is currently being targeted by a religious group who is trying to get the festival they're playing at shut down, because they are so spooky and so scary. And you know what? I'm like, you know what? This is the 90s again. This is some like nostalgic BS. And so I want to shout them out. Go check out the Metal Devastation Fest in Tennessee, people, because it would irritate some zealots. Just go do it.
I live in Tennessee.
Burn your local church.
Exactly. Go annoy some crazy people who, take lyrical content way too seriously, and go see Casket Robbery because they're badass.
Well put, Cori. Well put. Well, I want to say thank you so much to the lovely panel for joining me here on the show. Much appreciated.
Yeah, thanks for having us as always.
Of course. And don't forget to everyone watching, there's new Slipknot. So what are you waiting for? Head over to knotfest.com to check it out, along with the brand new record details and much more. Again, thank you for watching Heavy Conversation. Shout out to Daniel Dekay, Cori, Westbrook, and Staypuft Mellow. And we'll be seeing you next time, everyone. Bye.